Wow, what a day, folks. Donald Trump just got inaugurated and Bitcoin has tanked. Is the sell on news as Pablo has predicted, right? Pablo predicted sell on news, and that's pretty much what we saw. But where is Bitcoin going from here? Is it basically going to make a new all-time high? Is this a temporary pullback? Or is this the ominous double top that everyone has been talking about, right? Because it's pretty obvious now, right? There could be a double top. And also, what are the coins that the Trump boys are buying? As Bitcoin was tanking, they just bought a lot of coins themselves. They did a lot of trading. Those Trump boys, Eric and Donald Trump Jr., they got busy. I'll show you what they're buying. Let's start off with Bitcoin first. Okay, as I said, Bitcoin is basically going to sell off. The whole market is going to sell off. It's going to be sell on news, right? Sell on news when we get there. On the at the inauguration, folks usually say, "Oh, you didn't predict that," right? So here it is. I said, I think the Trump inauguration will be sell on news, and I posted this blue fractal there. And this, I've been posting this blue fractal for a while now. So, and what Bitcoin was at 108, 109K, and now it's down to, it hit like 100K, down 7 or 8%, just as Trump got inaugurated. We can see that on the daily chart. Essentially, what I've been telling guys in my Discord is basically this. Okay, I said, we're pretty much going to bounce off this trend line because we just broke out of this this wedge. Let me just turn this off for now so we can see the chart better. I was calling for a bounce off this wedge to hit, right? To hit around this 104, 105K area, then pull back, because that's what this this fractal is telling us, and then eventually go and challenge this red line, right? Get to about 112K to 115K area. So what we had a pullback yesterday. I said it should be bounce off this 99.5K area because this is where the downward wedge is, And then when it got up, when it was around here, I said, Trump inauguration, sell on news, and boom, came straight down, right? Oh, this, yeah, 100K, almost pierced it to go to, almost went to 99K. Now, what I think is very significant here is now a lot of people are calling for a double top, and they have a case, because if you look at it from a technical point of view, you have massive top here, 108K, massive top here, 109K, and especially because this is such a topping tail or topping hammer, people call it different names, right? Where there's a long wick to the top. So technically that is possible, but I'll tell you what version of events I think is happening. Now, see how Bitcoin just got rejected at this red line and this red line right here. This red line, for folks who have been following my videos, knows that it goes all the way back to 2017. This was a top we connected from 2017 to 2021 bull run, which was 64K top and 69K top. And then we connected all the way to here, and we get 108K top, 109K top. It's pretty amazing stuff. So, so basically, right now, my preference, I'll tell you guys what I think is going to happen next. Is this going to be a double top? So, first of all, when the double top is not triggered, its neckline is here. When the neckline is not triggered, then double top hasn't been activated yet. Okay, I'll show you guys what I mean and what I'm expecting, and then what the Trump boys, right? Eric Trump, Donald Trump himself, using their crypto project, which is called World Liberty Coin, to buy a number of altcoins. I'll show you what they are and which ones I've been dollar cost averaging into. But before we get there, that's answered the question of which crypto exchange does Pablo use? Well, Pablo uses a non-KYC crypto exchange, which means you don't have to show your ID. That means Americans can use it. They don't know if you're American. They can't see you. That means the IRS can't see you. The tax office can't see you. The CIA, the FBI, nobody can see you. It's non-KYC. No, don't need to show ID. So Pablo likes them so much because I use them to trade a lot. I've basically signed up with them right? And they're called Bitunix. And I've made a deal with them to basically, for my followers, right, to get $100 just for signing up and a chance to win a MacBook Pro. But this offer ends on January 23rd. It ends on January the 23rd, right? Click this link here to register. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, it's in the description below. The link's right there. But if you're on other platforms, then basically just go to my profile page, and right there is my stand link, right? We click in there, and it's basically the first thing that pops up, Bitunix, because this is a big deal. Okay, let's go back to where we were with our trading. So with Bitcoin, my thinking is that so far, I do think this blue fractal is still a useful guide for us, right? I was expecting one more dip, it didn't come, but I pop up here and then support at around this 98, 99 level, which is what we're seeing here. Yes, we had a wick up to 109K, but that is because this is due to Trump. This is due to Trump inauguration, so it's extremely volatile. It's extremely volatile, right? Whereas when this was happening, this was around July, August 2021. So we didn't have Trump inauguration, crypto, all of that stuff. So assuming we get this dip, then we could still have a climb here to challenge this red line around this 113, 112, 115 sort of area. So 112 to 115 sort of area, that has always been my target. It hasn't changed. So it's maybe something like this, bounce off, and then boom. In early Feb, right, we get to 112, 115, and then pull back. That's the thing. When it pulls back, that'll be the big kicker. When it pulls back, then do we think this is a triple top, right? This is a fake out and then the bull market has ended? Or do we go to 100, scare everyone again, 101, 102, right? 100 area, and then boom, surprise everyone again with a run to say 120, 130, 132, whatever it is. So that's out for, I'm expecting a bounce here to go try to take out this 112K to 115K area. Of course, if this blue fractal breaks down, if it stops working, then I would be very careful. And the neckline is still here at 91.5K area. It still hasn't been broken yet. We were saying there was a shoulder, head, shoulder, but the neckline never got triggered. So head and shoulder pattern didn't get triggered. Here we have a double top, a clear double top here. But the neckline still hasn't been triggered. It's when the neckline is triggered, and then boom, Bitcoin goes to 75K. So far, it still hasn't, right? So that's what a technician's job is basically you deal with what's in front of you. Now, for the Trump coin, the Trump boys, this is actually Trump's wallet for World Liberty coin. They have been buying a lot of Ethereum. This is their wallet. They have $332 million inside their wallet, right? 1/3 of $1 billion, and something like 57%, 56%, almost $200 million of the wallet is in Ethereum, some stables, right? 16% of it in stables, 14% is in Bitcoin or wrap Bitcoin. Then another 4% in staked ETH. They've staked 4.5% of it. So added up, this is just over 200 million, just over $200 million in ETH. Right, and then some Aave, some Link. Now, I've done episodes before where I spoke about Aave and Link and had a look at their charts. But those are still, and I have been dollar cost averaging into them, but those are still small holdings, right? Small relative, they're like 1.5%, right? Probably no more than 3% all added up. Now, something like 60%, I just showed you guys, 200 million, 60% of all of Trump's fortune, right, is right now, of this World Liberty coin, is all in Ethereum. They're going very heavy on Ethereum. So here's the thing. Trump probably has another few billion on the side for real estate. Right now, what most people don't understand is they still think he's a real estate tycoon. No, he's not. Like 20%, 15% of his net worth right now, Trump, is in real estate, right? Most of his, 80% of his net worth is in one coin called Trump. You guessed it, the meme coin. And also in Melania. And thirdly, in this coin we just saw called World Liberty coin. But, right, his portion, the 80% that he controls in Trump and in Melania and in this World Liberty coin has not been unlocked yet. So which means he has not sold anything yet. He hasn't been able to cash out yet. He's just like all the other devs, all the devs that we know who hold these, coins, and they have a 3-year unlocking period. The Trump meme coin had the 3-year unlocking period, for example. Similarly for this World Liberty coin. So do you think for someone like Trump, who could launch a meme coin in his own name and his wife's name, he has no boundaries. He literally does not give a F at all. He cares nothing. He gives no F at all, right? About rules and regulations or whatever. He just do whatever he wants to enrich himself. This is not great for America, right? I'm not against him. I'm not against Biden, but just telling you the facts. So when he does this, for a guy like this, if most 80% plus of his net worth is locked in a crypto coin called a meme coin called Trump, another one called Melania, and another one called World Liberty coin, and in that World Liberty coin he spent $200 million buying Ethereum, then do you think he's going to let Ethereum tank? I don't think so. Right? He could buy more. He could dollar cost averaging more as we speak. So for me, analyzing Trump's psychology and his personalities to help us figure out what Trump will be like, right? Going forward, what policies he's likely to create. Is he like any other politician? Is he making an empty promise and then he's not going to carry through? Or is he actually really serious about this, right? Is he really serious about helping himself? And I think it's pretty obvious now after we're seeing him launch his own meme coin and launch his wife Melania meme coin. He's pretty much just doing a money grab, right? That's not against Trump. I'm not against the MAGA fans out there. I'm just saying that's the type of personality he is. And that helps us to invest and that helps us to trade. Because once we know that's his personality, then we know, okay, he's going to very likely create some very positive policies for Ethereum. Why? And how would that impact Ethereum? Well, here it's pretty simple. It works like this. Basically, Ethereum's only $400 billion. That's so small. That's like 1/4 as big as Tesla. That's like 9 times smaller than Nvidia. For someone who's as powerful as the United States president, and Trump is the most powerful president since Franklin D. Roosevelt, for someone like that, then it's pretty easy for him to just create some policy and pump this $400 billion asset. That's pretty small, right? Compared to the other assets in the United States. He could easily pump this, right? And I think he will. So let's have a look at Ethereum chart and see where Ethereum could be going. So for folks who are not optimistic on Ethereum, just remember that the Trump family is very optimistic on Ethereum and they put serious money into this, like 200 million and counting. So it could be 300 million in 1 month's time. So look at this. Ethereum has not moved for a whole year, right? This was back in March last year. And now we're in January, so 10 months, right? The 4,100 top, I called a triple top here, right? A few weeks back. I was expecting this to pull back to around 3,500. Had no idea it would go this far, right? Sometimes things just surprise you in trading. So here, I'm thinking we have 3 dips and then we go up. So basically, this was dip number 1, dip number 2, and then chances are we'll have one more dip, something like this, right? Touch the 3,090 area, which was the old top, or touch the 3,000 area, something like that. Between 2,980, 2,990 to 3,090, somewhere between there. One more dip, and that would be an inverse shoulder, head, shoulder pattern, something like this, and boom, up we go. When the positive policies come out, I think most people are like, oh, ETH is never going to run. ETH is a joke. I agree with you. I thought so as well. I think, oh, Solana is more efficient. People trade all the meme coins on there. Sui is this great new tech, whatever. But do not bet against the Trump boys. I'm not an ETH maxi. I'm not a Bitcoin maxi. I'm just telling you guys the facts. Trump and his family bought 200 mil. They could buy another 300 mil, right? 400 mil around here, right? And then do you think they want to see it go down? If it goes down to say here, then the Trumps have lost $100 million. with their father in charge, pumping crypto policies out, do you think they would let that lose $100 million on ETH? That's a lot of money for Trump, right? What I think is going to happen is basically something like this, right? So what would be a reasonable target? Okay, now let's try some Fibonacci extensions on Ethereum just for an exercise to see what are some of the possible prices where it could get to. Okay, here we go. If we were to do this multi-year Fib extension from this bottom in 2020, right? 2020, 2021, boom. If we were to project it like this, then basically we see that first target, right, is 5,700. And then second target is 8,650 area, right? 1.618. Now, if we were to do it on a closer time frame, we use this bottom, this top, and this bottom, 5,200. Let's call it 5,300. So that's pretty close to this 5,700. So let's call it 5,500. That would be a significant target for Ethereum. And then on top of that, this 1.618 is 7,200. So you can see we've got targets in 5,500, then 7,250, and then another one at 8,650. Anything beyond that, we'll probably have to take a closer look at it when we get there. So yes, even though I wasn't bullish on Ethereum for the last few months, and even though a lot of people aren't bullish on Ethereum, but the Trump boys are really bullish on Ethereum. They just keep on buying it, and I just can't see how they're going to lose this time, since they're, they literally control the SEC. They literally fired the SEC commissioner, Gary Gensler. So basically, the ball's in their court now. Ethereum's still pretty small by stock standards for them, if it's a stock, for them to pump. So they can come up with whatever policies they want to push up Ethereum. Okay, thank you for tuning in, guys, and I'll have more for you in next episode.